Manuela, I'm coming at you in my second video. I am so thrilled at the response from the first one. Honestly, it really touches my heart. Just the feedback that I got from you guys, and I'm just so touched that the darkness of my past, of my failures, of not being successful have helped me to get to this point in my life, and that it is helpful to you guys. I firmly believe that you need to share, that you need to be vulnerable. It is a little scary and it is a little painful because it brings back those feelings, but it's great to face them and to feel the emotion and to triumph. So I am so grateful to you guys, and I just really encourage you guys to do the work, to know that you have the strength in you, you can do it, and just do it one step at a time. And that's what my second video is about. It is about the holidays, it's about looking at your past accomplishments to help you through the big mountains that you're up ahead and facing, and knowing that you may not have the answer, you may not have it figured out, but one step at a time, you can get through it, come out on top. It may not be pretty, but you can do it. So the first time that I really ever experienced this, if you know anything about me, I was not athletic like in my younger years, like through high school. I was a rebel in that, like, my whole family was did running and races and all this stuff, and I was the oldest, and I wasn't gonna run because I needed to be unique. And it wasn't until my 20s that I decided to do a race. I had injured myself halfway through my training. Of course, I'm gonna pick a marathon because, I don't know, that's just how I roll. So, go big or go home, right? So I decided that I was gonna do it. I got injured. I was financially committed. So it was in Vegas, so I had purchased plane tickets, you know, my entrance to the race. So financially I was committed. And at the last, to be real, I was going to run a little bit and then fail out and hurt myself and then get my party on in Vegas. But arriving to the convention center, I decided I was going to do the race. And I had committed with all my heart that I didn't care if I had to crawl across the line, I was gonna finish, and because I just wanted that medal. I mean, not that the medal meant anything, but it was what it represented. So when I started my race, I didn't look at the end goal. Yes, it's 26.2 miles, but I think if you're just obsessing, oh my gosh, I have to run 26.2, oh my gosh, can I finish? My mom gave me the greatest advice. She said, it's 80% mental and 20% skill. Hey, I got me some good mental game. So I knew, like, just focus on that, don't focus on the end goal. And so I took it a mile, and then another mile, and then do I have another mile left in me? Of course I can. And little by little, I just like picked away. The last bit was mind-blowingly difficult, but I had already gone through 20 miles. I hit my wall at about 20. But I finished it. I had a medal to prove it. And that was where I really realized, like, I am mentally tough. So I think when you get through moments in your life where you don't know how you're gonna do it, it's fine. You don't need to know how you're gonna do it, but how are you gonna get through to the next day, the next meal, the next hour? And you can look back at those moments. I have often thought, if I can do a marathon not trained at all, not prepared, I could do this. I could do a 20-minute class. I could do an hour class. I could, I could do fill in the blank. So how does this relate to keto? The way that it relates to keto is every year, this holiday season, from October until January, is a rough one for me. I'm totally I love to cook, I love to host, I love all of those things. Holidays were among us, and so I needed to come up with a plan. So around August or September, I was sweating it out. Went onto Instagram. I remember asking a few people, are they nervous about them too? And I'm glad that I did it. Instagram is totally my therapy. It's my therapy session. It's where I get my centered, connected, time. But I'm glad that I was thinking about it ahead of time. So I very intentionally said, okay, what would be the best thing for me to do? I want to prove to myself that I can get through the holidays cheat-free. So on December 19th, I celebrated my 7-month keto anniversary, cheat-free. Yeah, I'm super proud of that, okay? Because that is not how my old self would typically roll. So I thought, I can do this. So I got through Halloween candy-free. That's a miracle. I didn't even substitute it with keto options. Not that you can't, but I do the marathons first. I'm gonna do no candy first, right? So I got through that because I was the mom that would skim the candy off of her kids' Halloween candy and probably eat more than they did. No, I would for sure eat more than they did, and it would somehow mysteriously be gone. So when I did that, hey, I did it. Okay. Thanksgiving. We had it at our house, to be fair. Ketofied it. Non-traditional all the way. I remember cooking thinking, oh, I'm not going to have the stuffing. I'm not going to have, turkey. I'm not going to have the sweet potatoes, which I don't even know why that was a big deal for me because I don't even really love sweet potatoes, but the fact that they weren't there made me sad. Oh. But then when we sat down to the meal, it was great. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It represented a new time in my life, and I loved it. It was like a fresh page, It's a new tradition. And so Christmas to me is the granddaddy of them all. You have the parties, you have the Christmas Eve, you have Christmas breakfast, pigging out all day long. So I just know we're days away. It's at my house again. Control. Love it. That it's doable and possible, right? I'm not going to die if I don't have C's candy. I'm not going to die if I don't have, my bagel spread that I do every year with my homemade cream cheeses and, all the whole 9 yards. I'm not going to die. If anything, yeah, maybe in some ways it hurts a little bit to not have that, but you gotta hurt a little bit. You gotta feel a little bit, And that doesn't mean that what you replace it with can't be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. But getting through those times, getting through those periods where I can look back and go, that was my marathon. I accomplished it. I got through it. I am physically better, right? But my emotional, mental game is so much stronger. And that's why I want to prove to myself that I can get through these times. If you can get through the granddaddy season of them all, 4th of July, please, that's easy. So that's why I think it's so good to be able to see your accomplishments in the past. Celebrate them all, no matter how little, how big, how grand. And if I can get through this grand holidays, and let's be real, I will. I got that on my resume. Check. I did that. I did it. So I hope that that's motivating to you. Look back at your accomplishments. Look back at your past. That when you're facing that uphill battle, it ain't a thing. So hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. Merry Christmas, or whatever it is that you celebrate. Wishing you ultimate success. And just know you are stronger than you know. But if you don't push yourself, if you don't force it, you're never gonna know. So have an amazing holidays. You got this.